right, next we're going to talk about the second of the big three, and that's interest. Interest paid on your house, interest paid on loans. Let's talk about which ones we can and cannot deduct. All right, so when we're looking at interest, there's some types of interest that you pay during the year that is deductible. Mortgage interest, I think we've already talked about several times. That is deductible. Investment interest, that's deductible. Points paid on the purchase of a home. Points are usually just like upfront interest. They often quote it in the 1% per purchase price. Interest on personal loans or credit cards is not deductible. Now, if the credit card is a business card and you're buying business stuff on it, then that's deductible, but that's not going to be an itemized deduction. That'll be on your Schedule C or your business tax return. So interest on personal loans from these guys, probably not going to be deductible. PMI, private mortgage insurance. So this is when you have less than 20% of equity in your house on your mortgage. They often charge you this PMI, and that's just insurance to cover you in case you go belly up, whether or not you'll be able to pay your mortgage off. And so this keeps flip-flopping. That's why I say don't know if you can or can't. Right now, as of I'm recording this on October 11, 2020, you can deduct PMI for 2020. It has not been extended to 2021, so we don't know. And so we had the same issue back when I wrote this slide originally in 2018. You could deduct it in 2018, but we didn't know into 2019 it hadn't been extended, but it was extended. It was extended through 2020. So right now you can deduct your PMI. 2021, I don't know again. The taxpayer must be legally liable for the debt to deduct the interest. So we get this a lot, you know, hey, I'm paying my mom's mortgage since she's retired. Can I deduct the interest on that? Well, are you legally liable for the debt? Yes or no? If the answer is no, then nope, you're not going to be able to deduct the interest on it. If you are legally liable for the mortgage, that means you're probably on the mortgage loan papers, then yeah, you can deduct that. Mortgage on your interest on your mortgage from your qualified residence. If you buy or build your home, the interest paid on that loan, absolutely. Or even a second home or remodeling your home. You can pretty much deduct any interest paid on your mortgage of your personal residence, only up to $750,000 house. So if you're living large and you're living in a bajillion-dollar house, you only get to deduct the interest on a loan up to $750,000. Anything over that is just personal and you don't get to deduct it. Yeah, pre-2018, it was $1 million, and now they dropped it down because, you know, not many people live in houses over $750,000. Home equity loans, if the funds are used to improve your home, it's deductible. If it was used for personal expenses, vacations, cars, etc., not going to be deductible. So absolutely, if you want to get a home equity loan to remodel the kitchen or install that swimming pool, go for it. You'll be able to deduct that loan interest. But if you're, you know, taking a trip to wherever you want to go, not going to be deductible. Seems like an easy question. What's a home? Well, that depends. Here's the three things it's got to have. It's got to have a sleeping space, an eating, cooking space, and a bathroom. If it has those three things in it, it's a home. And so a lot of people have an RV around here. RVs generally have bedroom, kitchens, and bathroom, so that can qualify as your second residence. This is my sailboat. It has a sleeping space, a cooking space, and a kitchen and a bathroom. So we can deduct the interest paid on this mortgage for this boat as qualified mortgage interest. An investment interest is a little trickier. Interest on money that you borrow to buy stocks and bonds, often called margin interest, is deductible, but it's only deductible to the extent of your investment income. So any interest that it's in excess of your income is carried over to future years. Investment interest would not include interest paid in the course of a business. Of course, any interest paid in a business is going to be deducted by the business. So if you borrow some money because you want to buy the latest and greatest stock out there, not recommended, then that interest you pay on that loan is going to be deductible as long as you have investment income higher than that interest amount. So if you borrow money and you pay $1,000 of interest on that loan for that you bought some stocks with, you can deduct that $1,000 of interest as long as you have at least $1,000 of investment income. So that would be things like interest income from savings account, CDs or whatever, dividends from, you know, owning the stock itself. It might pay you some dividends, or it could be capital gains. You know, anything that you have investment income for, As long as it's higher than this loan interest, then you're going to get to deduct it as investment interest. And so, yeah, like we were talking about here, interest paid on in something in the course of a business, like your rent house, that would be deducted on the Schedule E, not as investment interest, where it would be limited to investment income. All right, so that was the end of the interest, the second of the big three. Now we're going to move on to the third of the big three, charitable contributions.